everybody, my name is Timothy and you are now watching Penang Hokkien for Beginners in the Learn Penang Hokkien YouTube channel. I've just completed the historical personality series of videos. Maybe one day if I think of any other historical personality, then I will create a new video for it. But now what I want to do is to focus on teaching people, as this channel is intended to teaching people to speak Penang Hokkien. But not only teaching people to speak Penang Hokkien, it is to teach people to write Penang Hokkien. Some people consider me quite a controversial figure because I'm not satisfied to just preserving Penang Hokkien as it was. I want to modernize Penang Hokkien because, in my opinion, the only way to ensure the survival of Penang Hokkien is to modernize it. That is to say, to bring it into the 21st century. And if you look at all the materials that I've put together, my website as well as the dictionary is cutting edge. It is a dictionary which has audio where you can listen to how words in Penang Hokkien are spoken, are articulated, because we do not want to show ourselves, the Penang Hokkien speaking people, as backward people, that we are trying to freeze something that is in the past, but rather that we are relevant still in the present and going into the future. And therefore, the only way for us to preserve this language is to modernize it. And a radical form of modernizing this language is to give it a writing system that is easy for everybody to learn to write. Because if you look at present times, in the past, we speak over the phone or in person. Right now, nowadays, a lot of our communication is done silently over Facebook, over WhatsApp. And so if our language cannot be written with a proper standard form that people can actually learn it, then we are handicapping ourselves. And so, as controversial as it is, I am modernizing the language in that way, and I'm very glad that in 2023, the Penang State Government lent its support to what I'm doing by officiating the Learn Penang Hokkien YouTube channel as well as the Penang Hokkien Dictionary. But we are not going to leave it as 2023. Even as we enter into 2026, we are going to modernize the language and ensure the survival of this language. If you look into the bookshop, you cannot find any book that teaches Penang Hokkien. I do have that in the writing system. I do have books by my friend, Mr. Tan Chun Ho. These are all Mr. Tan Chun Ho's books. And I am following in his footsteps, but I'm modernizing it. Because after Mr. Tan saw what I'm doing on Penang Hokkien, he is very interested to get his book done in my writing system. However, MPH is not keen to reprint all the books in Taiji Romanisation. And so I'm taking to the web where on the YouTube so that I can share it free of charge and you can receive the information free of charge. Up to now, material on learning Penang Hokkien is more or less just phrases. But what is the grammar? There isn't really a grammar book on Penang Hokkien. I look around and I find grammar book for Taiwanese Hokkien. This is Taiwanese Hokkien. And if I look into the grammar of Taiwanese Hokkien, it's quite a huge book on Taiwanese Hokkien. It is not really like Penang Hokkien. And so we are different from them, and trying to learn Penang Hokkien using a Taiwanese book is just like trying to learn Buddhism by reading the Quran. You can say they are all religions. So why don't read the Quran for Buddhism or read the Buddhist text for Islam? They are different. So to do it in Penang Hokkien, we need to have our material. And the best way to send the material over to you is over here on YouTube, where it will recite well for as long as YouTube is available. And that's what I'm doing now with Penang Hokkien for Beginners. So this new series, I'm going to publish it as as long as I'm available, it's going to be once a week, maybe about 10 a.m. every Saturday morning. So if you want to follow this new series, be sure to turn on YouTube at about 10 a.m. every Saturday morning, and I'll give you a new lesson in Learn Penang Hokkien. And for those people who come to me and say, can you teach me yourself? I am very time pressed. I don't have much time to teach people. But for those of you who insist on getting a one-on-one with me, I am willing to do it, but it's going to be costly. It is going to be 1,888 ringgit. People ask me why 1,888 ringgit, and I will always tell them because to me it's an auspicious number. 1,888 ringgit one-time fee, and then you can have access to me to talk with you, to guide you, to teach you Penang Hokkien. That means it's a one-off payment, and then we can just schedule the class according to our mutual convenience. So that is a one-time fee for people who are keen to learn Penang Hokkien, but you do not have to pay me anything if you follow the lessons that I put free of charge on the web, on the Penang Hokkien for Beginners series. And this Penang Hokkien for Beginners series is not just for people who do not know anything about Penang Hokkien, but also for people who are already speaking Penang Hokkien, who want to learn the writing system, because that's what we are going to do with this lesson. And in this very first lesson, we are going to learn the pronouns. So for those of you who are already speaking Penang Hokkien, you will know all the pronouns. But this is where we get started for those who are fresh on Penang Hokkien, and that's where we are going to start with I. I would be wa, wa. And see how it is written, W-A-H, for. For now, if you do not know the writing system, never mind, but learn the whole thing. W-A-H with the number 4. Don't just learn W-A-H. Learn wa with a 4. We will learn intonation later on. So let's start with wa is I, u is lu, lu. Also with a 4, L-U 4. Lu is L-U 4. So learn the word with the number. Always learn it with the numbers right from the beginning so that it goes in and you memorize it like this, and whenever you see this LU with a 4, it means you. If you see LU with some other number, it means something else. As you know, Penang Hokkien is a tonal language. So a tonal language, every single tone will mean a different thing. So you learn WAH 4 means wa, me, myself, or LU 4 is lu, wa and lu. And then next is E. E can be he, she, or it. And this is one of the controversy when I modernize the language, because I split it out. He is E spelled like this, I-E 1. Okay? E, I-E 1, E. And then she is E spelled E-E 1. And it is E also, but it's spelled I-1. So he, she, and it. He is E, she is also E, and it is also E. So we have wa, lu, and E. Now we go to the plural. We is walang, walang. You will notice that the 4 in wa has become 1 in walang, walang. Sometimes you can say walang, but no. The proper way is walang, walang, and this is how you write it. W-A-H-1, L-A-N-G, 2, walang. And as usual, learn the whole word. Do not just learn how to write the letters, but do not learn the numbers. Learn the letters and the numbers together. Walang. And sometimes we contract it to wang. Wang. Wang is also we. Excluding you. Excluding you is wang. Wang is we that excludes you. But if we that includes you is lan. Lan is L-A-N 4. L-A-N 4. Lan is we that includes you. So once again, walang and wang walang and wang is we that exclude you. Lan is we that includes you. Okay, and then next is lu becomes lulang. Lu becomes lulang. So lulang is you all. You all that does not include us. You all lulang. And then lulang can also be contracted to luang. 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 So this is how you spell it. Luang. 1. Luang. And then finally, they is ilang. Ilang is they, and it can be contracted to yang. Yang. And once again, I split it out so that if it's they that is feminine, that means all women, you use ilang also, but you spell it this way, ee. If it is general they, then you spell it like this, ilang, ilang. And then if they, which means things that are objects or animals, the hens, the chicken. So they all have 2 legs. So chicken have 2 legs, they have 2 legs. So that is, they is ilang, like that, or yang. Okay, ilang. So that's what we learned today. I is wa, you is lu, he is e, she is e, it is e, we is walang or wang, and we, including you, is lan, lan. And then you is lu, or lulang is plural, and then luang is you also, and then they is ilang or iyang. Ilang 3 ways: ilang general, ilang feminine, ilang as neuter or objects or animals, and iyang is the contraction of ilang. So that's it for today's lesson, and I will come back in next Saturday, 10 a.m. in the morning. And until then, 感謝 Lu 姐姐。